Hello, this video is dedicated to my niece Tian, who asked me how I make the Flourless brownie step by step. The first thing you need is almond. You will notice that even though this channel is called Easy Homemaking, I would not use the processed flour, be it almond meal or the flour itself. I will use the actual thing from nature, almond or the wheat berry, and turn it into flour to make whatever the recipe is. Now, for almond, anything to do with the seeds, as much as you can, please soak it. Let it sprout a little bit. So the almond, usually what I do is I'll soak it overnight. Let it sprout a little bit. This is the almond that has been soaked overnight. And now I'm going to use the filter water to wash it. And I have no time to bake it this morning. I can only bake it tonight. So what I'm going to do is I will just wash it and drain it off and leave it under the fan to dry under the tropical weather. It won't be fully dry, but the reason why I do that is I don't want the whole water to be full of bubble. And secondly, it will make it easier when I blend it when it is drier. So this is the reason why I do that, to let it dry naturally. So use the filter water to wash it, rinse it, and just let it dry. These are the almond. It is not fully dry when I touch it. Inside is still moist actually. So put all the almond into the container. Close the lid. Now get ready so that it's easier for you to blend using this. This time on it to high and then put it to the maximum speed. You want it to grind fine. Look at it. It is not fine. It is okay. The only reason you do this step is so that it's easier later when you put all the mixture in and then you blend it fine. Take it out and put it onto a plate because later you are going to put all the liquid underneath so that it's easy to blend. This is the blended almond. Remove onto a plate. As you can see that these are one whole lump because there's still moisture inside the almond. And I saw that there are about 3 almonds which is actually not being blended, but it's okay because later on you are going to put the liquid mixture inside. The liquid has to be underneath before you put back the heavy stuff on top so that it can blend easier. Now, I'm going to put the mixture into the container. You need to have eggs, 8 of them. Put all the liquid inside first. Next, This is the ghee. So you need 10 tablespoons of the oil. I use ghee. 2 cups of the sugar. One cup. Two cups. 1 teaspoon of salt. One and a half cups of the cocoa powder. 1 cup. 2 cups. The last cup, I don't put it so full because the more cocoa powder you put in, the bitter it will be. Lastly, put in all the almond. Close the cover and bring it to the blender. At the blender, you switch it on and then you try to mix it. There's still remnant inside the container, so I'm going to put half a cup of milk and then blend it and pour out. Pour out the milk mixture and then mix it here. It is now ready for baking. This is the brownie the next day when it has cooled down. And usually when it cooled down, the size of it would shrink and also the color would be darkened and it would be moist. So usually in the night I don't eat it. And also the brownie, because of the cocoa powder, it's heaty if you eat it on the same day, and especially with the oven. I find that it is not so good for health. Most people, anyone who likes chocolate would like this recipe. Enjoy!